about to start. Ready? One,
Wait,
two.
I
You have to
sure.
look here.
I know.
This is
I
the
know,
camera.
Mom. I know how iPads work.
Okay.
Gotta make sure I look good. Can you scoot over anymore?
There's no fucking Cameron. Don't go through all that.
Look. Perfecto.
Just get over here. You ready?
I'm all bent over and I look awkward.
Look, get on your knees. Right here. On your knees.
On my knees.
Yes.
I don't know.
Just get on your knees right there.
Way too small.
You should have just gotten on your knees because now you look stupid. 3. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is my son, Cameron. You wanted to come and say
Alright, you ready?
Yes, do it.
I gotta get my chain out. I'll make that. Alright. Fuck it, I can't.
Oh my god, Cameron!
Alright.
It's on already. We're editing it to where the beginning goes.
That looks. Alright, let's go.
Ready?
Let's
1, 2. Are you gonna do it? What the fuck is wrong with you?
3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my son who cannot keep it together long enough to film an intro. You're a spaz.
Alright, real talk, let's go.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my son Cameron who wanted to be part of the intro today. Say hi to everyone.
Hello everybody.
All right.
I got one of your hairs in my mouth.
Great, thanks for your
It's
contribution.
still there, hold on. Alright, I got it.
Get out of here. Oh my god. I love you too. Lord help me with children. Okay guys, so I just wanted to go over with you guys a few new products that I've tried, follow up with you guys on the November LipMonthly subscription and how that went, and then go over a couple of new finds that I found as well. So it's just going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge of everything, just to kind of get you guys caught up on some products that we talked about earlier, go over some new stuff, and follow up on some brushes as well. So let's get started. Alright guys, so first things first, the LipMonthly subscription. So you guys know from the previous video that the October subscription for LipMonthly was a little bit of a letdown, but I was willing to give it another month before canceling the subscription just to see if it picked up. So a couple of the takeaways are, when you first sign up for the service, they tell you that you'll get 5, most months, possibly 4 products in your bag that will be lip related. They tell you that you can update your preferences and that it will be a customizable bag that is sent to you that is lip oriented every month for $10 a month, and you get your first bag for $5 when you sign up. So I signed up, thought it was a little bit of a neat idea. The first bag was a bomb. You didn't get 5 products, I got 4 with the breakdown in there on how much everything costs, and for me it just was kind of a bomb. So the November LipMonthly has arrived, and again I feel like it was just a bomb. So we're gonna go over with you the products that came in the November LipMonthly. First of all, it came in this little pouch, which is cute. It's very similar to the October LipMonthly pouch, and you know, it's just a little vinyl bag. You could use it for travel, whatever. So we're going to go through the products one at a time. If you'll remember, last October, I got one of these lip crayons, and I got another one again this month. And the thing I don't like about these crayons is that it is like number 2 pencil wood here, and it's just not very comfortable when you're dealing with it on your lips, because you can literally feel like the splintering of the wood on your lips, and I'm almost hesitant to use it for that reason. I have like this fear when I feel that wood, I'm like, I'm gonna get a splinter in my lips, and it's just an uncomfortable applicator for me. I just don't like this applicator. So I got another one of these. They say that this wooden crayon is worth $24. Yeah, I don't know about that. but same as October's month, you know, it's actually a pretty color. It's very smooth. It appears to be long lasting on the lips, and I like the product that's in the crayon, but I hate that applicator. I absolutely can't stand that applicator. And I think $24 for the wooden pencil with pigment in it is a little costly. Next product that I got was actually pretty interesting. They gave me the customizable option for November. So I logged in to customize my bag, and it actually was an eyeshadow, and it said customize your color, and it gave you 3 choices, and I chose burgundy because you guys know I love my warm tones. So they sent me an eyeshadow in my LipMonthly subscription, and what this has to do with lip products, I don't know, but I appreciate the eyeshadow. However, in the one thing that they said I could customize, which was a little disappointing to find out that you actually couldn't customize the lip shades that they send you, or at least, like, I like neutrals, I like nudes, I don't like bright purples and greens. I like, you know, those kinds of customization options was what I was actually expecting, and that's not at all what you get. After you purchase it, you find out that that's not what you get. So I again chose burgundy for the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow arrived. It is Be a Bombshell eyeshadow. The Be a Bombshell eyeshadow is supposedly worth $7, and this is the color that I was sent, which, as you can see, is not burgundy. So this is a crazy color. This is a bright purple. I will say that the shadow itself feels very, very soft. Looking at the shadow, you would think that the pigmentation was just going to be nuts, and it's actually just pretty mediocre. I did try and play with it a little bit. It does, as you can see, when you start to blend the shadow out, it pretty much blends away to nothing. So overall, I just was not impressed with the formula from this. I don't think it's a color that I will ever wear. Is it worth $7? I mean, probably. Yeah, so not happy with that. All right, the next thing that was sent to me is by a company called Starlooks, and this little teeny tiny lipstick is supposed to be worth $19. So this little tiny $19 lipstick comes from a company called Starlooks. The one thing I can say about this is it is a very pretty shade. It is like a glittery, sparkly red. You can actually see the pieces of glitter in the lipstick itself. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's like actual glitter in the lipstick, like actual pieces of glitter. And I guess that's why they're called Starlooks. It's probably a very sparkly line. As you can see, it's just really sparkly. The one thing I will say about this lipstick is when you apply it to the lips, when you rub your lips together, you actually don't feel the pieces of glitter like you do with a lot of glitter lips. With this one, it just feels like a cream lipstick. But it does fade away fairly quickly. It doesn't stay. So when you first put it on, it is like this intense, right? So you have this nice, bright kind of cherry color, but about an hour later, this is kind of what you end up with. A very faded, kind of orangey reflect left on your lips, which is not cute. But I did like the way this looked upon very first application, just didn't like the way it looked, you know, like an hour later. And this little tiny lipstick with a half a gram of product is apparently worth $19. So I think it's incredibly overpriced as well. And the next product that we have from LipMonthly is a Ultra Shine liquid lipstick from a company called Appeal Cosmetics. This is the only full-size product that I got in this bag, or what I would consider to be like a value equal to what they say it is. They say this is worth $21. I could get that if it was a very high-end liquid lipstick. This color is insane and nothing that I would ever wear. It is a very bright red with a blue undertone. As you can see, it is like red. This is like red. And there are a lot of people out there that would absolutely love this color and be able to rock it. I am not one of those folks. I will say from a formula perspective, it is very smooth, very creamy. This actually does feel like a very high-end lipstick, and I would agree with the claim that this is a very ultra shine liquid lipstick. So I have no problems with that. It is full of mineral oil, so it is kind of a very oily feel on the lips, but it is an ultra shine liquid lipstick, and it does have a pretty pigment, and I am pretty sure that this would stain your lips and probably last all day long. So if I had to guess, the wearability of this liquid lipstick is probably fantastic as well. So I mean, you know, for $10 a month we got these 4 products, and some people might think that that's worth it. I, on the other hand, if you couldn't guess by now, am canceling my LipMonthly subscription. Just not happy, not a fan. I don't like it when companies, A, don't listen to customization preferences, especially when you take the time to log on every month and give your customization preferences. Number 2, I don't like when a company is misleading and they tell you that you get 5 products on the regular basis with the off chance of getting 4 products monthly, and for the first 2 months that you are a subscriber, you only get 4 products. I also don't like the fact that they off-skew their pricing. In other words, to say that this pencil stick was the most expensive thing out of this entire little collection at $24. I absolutely cannot even understand or fathom that. I don't understand how this could possibly be a $20 lipstick. I don't understand that. I mean, like, this is all of the product that's in this little tiny lipstick. Like, I do believe that the bright purple mediocre eyeshadow is probably worth $7, although there are some NYX singles that are like $3 that are a lot more pigmented and the shadows work a lot better. So even this is probably still overpriced, and LipMonthly for me is a fail. This will be my last month, and I'm canceling that subscription. Done. Okay, so moving on to some new under eye products that I found this month that I am incredibly happy with. The first 2 items are a little cheaper, and the last one is a little more luxe and a little more expensive. I want you guys to look at this towel from that one swatch on the back of my hand, trying to get that off. I did this to my makeup wipe. That's insane. Oh my. Under eye correctors. So there's 2 that have come out that I have thoroughly enjoyed and been impressed with. The first one is the Revlon Photo Ready Color Correcting Pens. They look like this, and it is just like a twisty, peachy formula. Guys, this formula, if you have dark circles like I do, this formula is really nice. So it's got this beautiful kind of peachy tone to it, but it's also a brightening. As you can see, it really just blends out like it is a second skin. It feels incredibly light underneath the eye, and it does a fantastic job at hiding your under eye circles. If you put just a little tiny bit here and a little tiny bit here, let it set, and then put your concealer on, it works perfectly. I love that the drugstore has come out with color correcting pens, especially in this format, that actually work, last a really long time. It is part of the Photo Ready line, so it looks great in pictures, and this is an overall win. If you guys haven't tried this and you struggle with dark circles, I definitely recommend this product. The next product is very similar to this one, and this one took me a little bit longer to kind of get the swing of, and this was part of the Maybelline Master Camo color correcting pens. I got the apricot for dark circles for light to medium skin tones. Again, this is the Maybelline Master Camo by Face Studio. Now, these color correcting pens are a little more intense, and it is a little more true to color theory. So when you use these color correcting pens, you cannot get away with putting it all through your under eye area if you deal with dark circles. With these type of color correcting pigments, you really have to specifically stick just to the area that has the discoloration, and that area only. Because this is so incredibly pigmented, the placement is critical, and you really can't blend it out all over your face, or you will end up with an orange face. So this has to go where the discoloration only is. Now, it has a very precise applicator on it, which I absolutely love. It has this kind of firm, precise applicator that really does fit into the under eye contours of the under eye, the tear trough, etc. It really snugs up against those specific areas and allows you to be very precise with your placement. Now, because these are so incredibly pigmented, a very little bit goes a very long way. As you can see, this is the apricot one, and I'm just going to show you guys how pigmented it is. So it's very dark and it's very pigmented, but if you use a little tiny bit, and again, you only stick to the places where you need the coverage, it works like a dream. It does not crease, it doesn't settle into fine lines, and this lasts all day long. And not only that, a lot of times with these types of color correctors, you really have to be very, very careful when you put concealer on top of it to make sure that you don't shift or move the product underneath. This stuff, once it's placed, it really adheres. So it really gives you some playtime over top of it with your concealer. You can actually kind of be a little messy and move around, because where you place this, it's not going to budge. And I absolutely love that about this formula. I think these color correcting pens are a home run from Maybelline, and these are definitely Erica proof. So if you struggle with under eye circles, this is definitely going to be a win for you. Alright, so those were kind of my two cheapy ones. Now on to the more expensive find. Now, this was an expensive under eye concealer. It was like $40, and you only get 0.4 fluid ounces, and it's by Guerlain, which is kind of an upper echelon brand. But you guys know that the struggle is real for me when it comes to under eye concealers, and I love trying them because it's such an issue for me. And I do have a lot of clients that are older women, and under eye texture is a big issue, and they really, really want to walk in and say, can you make my wrinkles disappear? And unfortunately we can't do that, but we can minimize them a little bit, and also take care of any discoloration that you might be dealing with. So with the right concealer, we can really work some magic, but finding the right concealer is really a quandary sometimes, because some formulas really aren't that good. However, this formula, you guys, is really good. This is called the Corrector Multi-Perfecting Concealer Hydrating Blurring Effect by Guerlain. Now, I got this in the color 4, which is a medium cool under eye concealer. You guys, so this is why this is a winner for me. Number one, it takes a very, very small amount to go a very, very long way, okay? Number two, the pigment in it is unbelievable, and the coverage that you get from it is incredible. It is mostly a pigment formula. Most of this formula is pigment, so it does brighten and cover any kind of imperfections that you have in the under eye area. The most important thing for me about this formula is that this stuff, once it's on, is not going anywhere. It does not settle into fine lines. It does not settle into wrinkles. But the other thing is that it is not drying underneath the eye like a tart shape tape is very drying formula. this is not a drying formula. It's very moisturizing for the under eye area. So it doesn't, see all these little wrinkles that I have underneath my under eye? When I wear this concealer, it does not accentuate those wrinkles, and it almost feels like it has a primer in it. So it kind of fills up those fine lines and then just covers over top of them. And it is a beautiful concealer. And as you can see, I'm letting it warm up on the back of my hand a little bit, because as you can see, as we're chatting and it warms up on the back of my hand, it just melts in, and eventually it just looks like skin. And it is an unbelievable finish. It is a gorgeous concealer. A little bit, again, goes a very long way, so I'm gonna have this bottle for a really super long time. It's very hard for me to get on here and say that this is worth a $40 price point, but it's worth a $40 price point. I am absolutely in love with this concealer, and this was a great find for me this month. So I did want to get on and share it with you guys, and just show you a little bit of how it performed. And I'll wear it in an upcoming video just so you can see how it looks on the under eye area. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love it. Next product that was a really cool find for me this month that I'm enjoying a lot is the new Peter Thomas Roth Peeling Gel Exfoliant. Now, this does something really, really cool. A lot of peels out there that like rip off that dead layer of skin that's on your face, they burn, they have some uncomfortable sensations, and it's just something that a lot of people really don't like the experience of, even though they like the final results. If you are one of those people, you will absolutely love this product. It visibly rolls and lifts and sweeps away dead skin when you massage this onto your skin. Because of the enzymes that are in this formula, and it has some cellulose in it as well. When you put the formula on your fingers and then you start to rub it into your face, you will see your dead skin just like falls off, and it's like in your fingers. Like you can physically see it falling off your face, and you'll be holding dead skin in your hands. And the first time that you do it, you're kind of like, oh, because you don't feel any pain or any tingle associated with it. So it's a little disconcerting the first time. You're like, oh my God, my skin's coming off. Am I okay? But you just keep massaging it in, and it just keeps coming off. And then you rinse your face off, and that fresh layer of skin is revealed underneath, and it just smooths out the face and firms everything, and it just leaves your face looking absolutely stunning. Now, at first I was a little skeptical because I thought, is it just the product that's balling up and that's not really my skin that's balling up? So what I did was I actually tested this formula over the course of the last 2.5 weeks. What I noticed was I was using the same amount of formula on my fingers every night. The first time that I used it, it was like an excessive amount of dead skin was like in my hands. And then you don't need to do it every day because it's not good to exfoliate like that every single day. But you can do it twice if you're pushing it, maybe 3 times a week. I did it 3 times a week the first time, and the third time that week that I did it and I was massaging it onto my face, I had very little balls here and there of skin that was coming off. So that was when I realized that it wasn't the product that was balling up. It actually was the dead skin cells coming off of my face, because as I used it more, the balls of skin coming off decreased. Eventually, as I moved into my second week and I was using it regularly, I noticed that the same areas that would kind of slough off on the normal, like in here, around my hairline, where you would tend to collect more junk throughout the course of the day, those were the areas that would consistently produce like little rolls of skin. But I eventually got to the point in my second week where nothing was really coming off the surface of my skin, and I noticed that my surface of my skin was very smooth and very soft and very hydrated, and I absolutely love the results that this little sucker gave me. So again, this is the Peter Thomas Roth Peeling Gel Exfoliant, and it is from the Clinical Skin Care line by Peter Thomas Roth. Now, The whole reason that I spent my 500 points was to get this little Peter Thomas Roth kit at Sephora. So if you saved up your points and you have 500, right now you can get a Peter Thomas Roth kit that will give you this as a sample size, because to invest in this in a full size is quite an investment. So I did that first because I heard about the product and I wanted to try it. Now I absolutely love it, and I'm going to have to go buy the full size. So I did want to give you guys some feedback on that as well. Alright guys, moving on to the last bit of follow-up, the Wet n Wild brushes. As you can see, these have been used and loved over the course of the last couple of days, and I'm going to give you just a quick rundown on performance. I have used this big brush as a bronzer. And you guys, I absolutely love this brush as a bronzer. Because of the tapered tip on it, it really fits into the contour of the skin. It works amazingly well. These fibers are beautiful on this particular brush, and I love the ergonomic handle that allows you to put your finger in here just so that you have a level of comfort. This is my favorite brush out of the entire collection. My second favorite brush out of the entire collection is this second smaller brush. I actually have used this brush as a blush brush. I love the way that this brush buffs out blush color on the skin. It's a very light application that allows you to build color as you go. It's a very soft bristle. Both of these have cleaned phenomenally, held their shape phenomenally. They have not shed on me at all, and these two brushes, in my opinion, were worth the $15 that I spent on the entire set. The next brush that I really have been enjoying is the under eye setting brush, or the brush that I've been using as an under eye setting brush, and that is the smaller powder brush. It just fits really good in the under eye area. It is firm enough to actually hold as you're pushing under the under eye area, but it's soft enough where it's not uncomfortable in the under eye area. So it's got that perfect balance. The bristles on it have held up wonderfully under soap conditions and reshaping, etc. So this brush is also a win for me. The next brush is the highlighting brush. I have not used this brush for highlight, but I have used it to apply transition color, and for that function, I really, really like this brush. It is a bit sparse to use as a highlighting brush. I find that it's just not dense enough for me, but it does work wonders if you just need a really big, fluffy blending brush. If you're just gonna do like a one shade on your lid really quickly, or you just need a nice swath of color across that transition area, this is a perfect brush to do that with, so I've used this a lot. The smaller brushes in the collection are not my favorite brushes at all. So the issue that I have with these brushes is they don't hold color very well at all. So when you pick color up off of your palette and then you knock it a little bit and you go to put it on the eyes, you look back down at it and you realize that all the color that you just put on the end of the brush is gone. So you dab, 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 tap, and then you go to put on, and when you tap, it literally loses all of the pigment that you just picked up. So I struggled with these little ones a bit. For eyeshadow application, none of these were really a home run for me. I did use this one, this flat top, to buff out a nose contour that I did with powder. For that purpose, it was good because I was just using it to buff and I wasn't using it to pick up and lay down product. In that instance, this worked really well. I also used this to kind of blend out and buff out some under eye concealer, and in that instance, this worked really well also. But these two eyeshadow brushes are just a pass. I feel like these were a real struggle when it came to picking up and placing pigment and blending it evenly on the eye. But I'm telling you guys, these brushes right here are like my new favorite. Like, this is my new favorite bronzer. I have used this one to death. So, I mean, overall, again, for $15, guys, you just can't beat it with a stick. You really can't. Alright guys, so I think that is it. I just wanted to kind of squish a whole bunch of stuff together, get you guys caught up on some feedback with some products that I'd previously used, let you know how that LipMonthly subscription was going down the tubes, give you a follow-up on these brushes, and let you know about a couple of products that I found and am really, really enjoying. If you guys have any questions about these products, feel free to write a comment down below. I will see you guys in the next video. We are almost to 200 subscribers, so the giveaway is coming up soon. As soon as we cross that threshold for 175, we'll make the announcement about the giveaway and what it is. So if you are already subscribed, make sure you share with friends and family so that we can push and get our family up over that 175 mark and we can make the announcement about the giveaway. I'm really super excited about it. So share, share, share. All right, guys, any questions, put it in the comments down below. Outside of that, I will see you guys later in the next video. Thanks so much for stopping by and spending time with me. And as always, I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend.